Hey there people, today I'm going to do one of my money saver guides. This one is going to be purely about things like insurances. Now there's loads of insurance companies out there nowadays, no matter where you live in the world, if it's America, the United Kingdom, France, Brazil, wherever, there's always insurance because banks want money. Okay, now the thing is, we are the ones that pay for all their money needs, but you know, granted they do pay out if you get things broken, stolen, damaged, whatever. But the thing is, it's about not getting conned into something, because there's loads of insurance companies out there and they offer different things in different situations. Now, I'm not just necessarily going to be going over the fact of home insurances, but also other companies' insurances or what they may offer you. For example, let's say okay, you can get your home insurance, which they will cover things like accidental damages on certain items. They normally cover things like floods, theft. They don't tend to cover natural breakdown though. Then you can get like some electrical companies' insurances where they'll offer you their own plans to cover that one item for things like mechanical and accidental. There can be things like bank insurances, which they'll say, right, for a monthly fee, we'll cover you for these certain items available. Loads of little things. So I'm gonna, there may be a bit of jumping around every so often. But let's just start off with like an example, okay? So first of all, you know, iPhone 5, okay, nice little phone. Some people love it, some people hate it. Depends on. It's not about the iPhone anyway. When it comes to, say, me insuring this, I've got this on a 2-year contract. Now, with the insurance company, sorry, with the company I'm with in the United Kingdom, I'm with Orange. Okay, quite a big company over here, but there's plenty of other companies. Now they charge me £12 a month to actually keep this protected. So they do give me a lot for that £12 a month, because they'll give me protection on my data. So if my phone does get stolen, then if someone starts using my phone to call overseas, then I don't get charged for it. If it comes to the fact that obviously if it gets stolen in the first place anyway, then they'll reimburse me with a new phone. If it comes to be that if I did drop it or break it, then certainly it's something where they will cover me on that side of things as well. It's now £12 a month. It depends if you think it's worthwhile. Now the way I looked at it, okay, £12 a month, it's going to be £120 a year. Over the 2-year contract, it's £240. I could do quite a lot with £240. But if you look at it on this side of things, if I broke my brand new iPhone 5, which is normally what, about £580 for the brand new iPhone 5, I certainly won't even be close enough to get myself a brand new phone with that 240 quid. Now, normally I'm not the type of person that takes out insurances on a lot of items. There is certain things I will take insurances on, and my iPhone 4 originally, I never done it because I thought, well, you know what, I bought it straight out. If I was stupid enough to break it, then certainly it's my own fault. But with this, I thought, well, it's a brand new phone on the market. I'll certainly go ahead, and I don't mind spending that £12 a month. Another example is my Canon camera, normally about 580 quid as well for that camera. It costs me about £6 a month to keep it protected, but this is from an independent electrical retailer. Now what they will then generally offer me is the fact of if it gets either naturally damaged, mechanical breakdown, sorry, should I say. You also get accidental cover to it, but they don't give me certain things like if it's stolen or if I lost the unit, but otherwise everything else is covered as part of the unit to it. So again, because it's something of a big camera, the price of it is something I know that I'm going to be taking out and about with me, then it can be worthwhile. Because when you think about it in this level of things, generally whenever you leave the house, whenever you take products with you, like a phone or an iPad, a laptop, your MP3 player, whatever, the average person carries just under £1,000 worth of electrical products on them at the time. So straight away, like my iPhone, that's basically £600 worth of electronics sitting in my pocket. I could have my headphones on me, which, okay, in my case, my headphones were 40 quid, but I could be wearing some Dr. Dre's headphones or something, and they will be about £100 odd. They can slowly build up quite dramatically, and you may get mugged in the street. You never know. That's the whole thing. But yeah, the camera £6 a month, so that's about £72 over the year, or it's £144 over 2 years. Again, it's not bad for the price of what the camera is. I don't mind spending that £6. Now, obviously, if you kept on doing these monthly figures, they would slowly build up and they'll become quite more expensive. But the next section really is your home insurances. Now, you've got to be careful with home insurances. Everyone, I've seen this quite a lot, everyone will say, oh yeah, I've got home insurance. Oh, be protected, it's home insurance, you know, this will cover that, that will cover that, I've got really good home insurance, so and so and so and so. The thing is, home insurances are very sly and they will do anything not to pay out. Because literally, they want to keep as much money as possible and they don't want to give you a penny of it. That's the thing. Now, home insurances, certainly yes, they'll cover you for accidental, but it is only accidental, it's not normal mechanical. If something's naturally died out and you went to your home insurance and said, yeah, it's died on me, they'll say, it's not our problem. You have to either deal with some sort of other insurance or you buy yourself a new item, okay? So that's where they can sting you. Now, a lot of people will say, okay, it's naturally gone faulty. What I'll do is I'll just pretend to throw it down the stairs. It'll get a couple of bumps and bruises on it, maybe a cracked screen on my laptop. But the thing is, they're not that stupid. Normally what they'll tend to do is they'll ask you to send your product to them. They'll arrange for a courier and everything. They'll do diagnostics tests to the unit. And pretty much they can see if it's died naturally before it went and died by accidentally. So you do have to be careful. They're not that stupid because, again, they don't want to be paying out. There's even one story I heard a long time ago, which is a true story, that someone was wanting a new sofa originally. Now, sofas can be quite expensive, you know, you can be a couple of £100, sometimes up to £1,000 or more for a sofa. Quite ridiculous, actually. But this person wanted a new sofa, so what they thought they would do is that they'll decorate their house. So they went and decorated the house, and then they actually had a tin of paint, and they threw the tin of paint onto the sofa. Now, they phoned their insurance company and said, oh, I've had a bit of an accident, a tin of paint went over my sofa, can you sort me out? The insurance company then went into an investigation. They made a remodel of their living room. They just got like a box set, remade an image of their room. They had the exact same situation where the sofa was. They had this ladder with their tin of paint on top of it, as the customer stated, and what they did, they actually went and knocked this ladder over, and the tin of paint didn't even go near to the sofa. So literally they didn't pay out. So the people who were trying to claim on the company, or fraudulent claim on them, they didn't get a new sofa or didn't get the money for it. So that proves to show that insurance companies aren't being stupid and just saying, yeah, okay, here's your money, we're going to look into it first. That's what they'll do. So you've got to be really careful. It's not just necessarily about being careful, but it's also about what they will cover and what they won't cover. Always read the small prints on gadgets, especially, because in most situations they'll say they'll cover iPods and MP3s, laptops, PDAs, computers, bicycles, stuff like that. But just be careful, because especially say if it's an iPad, a lot of insurances don't cover iPads. Now, there's a sneaky reason for this. If you have a laptop, or if you have an iPhone, an MP3 player, anything like that, there's normally screws that they can get into the product so they can test them. Now, because of something like an iPad, because there's no screws on the actual iPad unit, they can't physically just have a general engineer to open up this product. So it's something where they would actually have to go to Apple, pay Apple to open this up. Engineers would then say, yeah, it's been broken, blah, 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 blah. They don't want to be doing that. So just bear in mind, iPads are generally not covered on home insurances. That's where they can sting you quite nasty. That's where you may want to look into the electronics independent insurance or policy, if you want to say. It may certainly help out a lot more. Is one other system out there, is bank insurance. I know certainly in the UK they offer bank insurance. Don't know about overseas, but what they'll tend to do is they'll say, right, one monthly figure, we will cover you for certain items. Most situations they'll say, right, we'll cover your iPhone or your mobile phone, and we'll give you things like car breakdown cover, travel insurance, stuff like that. Some of the items you'll probably never use, but something like the breakdown, if you've got a car, might come in handy. Or certainly your phone. But again, read into the insurances, because I know for a fact some companies, they'll say they'll cover your mobile phone, but they won't cover things like iPhones, again because it's quite a high value item. It's something that's a bit more difficult to get repaired or so on as well, like again the engineer bills. So be careful with those side of things on that. They can come in handy for some situations, but it really depends on what works out cheapest for you. In the longer run, I never used to go with bank insurance, because certainly, yes, I could have the phone insurances and the breakdown cover, but I was cheaper enough to be buying breakdown cover outright from a provider, which would be £30 for a whole year. Saved me a lot more money. Granted, yes, I'm doing £12 for my phone, but the thing is, the only reason I'm doing that is because the banks won't tend to cover the iPhone. So it can be a bit of a sneaky path with all insurances. So certainly read up about your insurances, whoever you're with, just check on it. It's nice to have home insurance, definitely is, especially if you do get broken into or stuff gets stolen. But just to be a little bit more on the safe side when it comes to your gadgets, look into different insurances for them, because literally the insurance company, or home insurance especially, they don't want to be paying out for these gadgets. They don't mind when it's a break-in because it can be a natural occurrence. But something like a phone, they don't want to be paying out high amounts for something, one small device. Now, I do hope this has helped you. So if you have any questions or if you have any queries about any of the information I've just given you, certainly you can leave questions down below in the comments. I'll try and answer you, or you can post me messages if you wish to. Just be wise about what you do. Read up on your insurances, read up on the company's insurances if you're taking something out from them, especially if you go to electrical store anyway. Normally the salespeople, they will guide you through and they'll reassure you on any questions, so you can always ask them about anything. But I certainly hope this has helped you, and we may see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.